Coach, you guys lost to Philadelphia Lone Star in July. Obviously, as a difficult defeat. Does tonight feel like you got the retribution and another indication of how far the side's come?
Yeah, so it's a bit of both because we were able to get the chocolates, getting 5-1. So that's good. It was also positive because, they beat us in the regular season in the spring 4-1, and then they absolutely annihilated us in the finals 5-0. So it was nice to get the result. Like I said, getting the chocolates is always good, but we wanted more in the sense that the game got sloppy, especially maybe with 15 minutes left in the first half. We were giving the ball away, and we could have had another. If we were sharp, we could have had another 4 or 5 goals in the first half. Then in the second half, we started fine. Again, just didn't put. We were too lackadaisical. So selfishly, I would have wanted the result to be higher number, be more clinical finishing. But like you said, we're slowly starting to get. I don't call them revenge, but on teams that have beaten us, we're making up the ground, which is good.
This is Braveheart's third UPSL season. You've been in charge yourself about a year, right? Yeah. Obviously, you were thrown into last fall with not a lot of time to prepare. Spring season, a bit more time. Does it feel like each season you're able to put more of your approach in, and the team is getting stronger each season?
Yeah, so you're starting to see those last 2 goals were perfect in terms of how we wanted to play, how we want to build up, how we want to invite pressure to turn them into 2 tap-in goals. Those couldn't be more indicative of how we want to play. It's taken a while, and we've also had a bit of, I don't want to say a revolving door of players, but we have had some players come in, maybe they didn't work out. We've had new players come in as those kind of left and gone on their way. And we've got 2 players down in Charlotte with the Charlotte FC, so that's also our mission to get people out. So we've had a bit of turnover, so to get them up to speed, it's been good while trying to implement the style, which hopefully is becoming more obvious. So
Rashid Willis on the left side, young man.
Yeah.
I first saw him, I think, a year ago for Queensborough against Braveheart. He was very exciting then. Talk to me about his talent.
Yeah, unbelievably rapid, which you can't coach. So now what we're trying to help him out with is now getting that final end product. I think you saw tonight he probably had a legit 2 or 3 chances that should have been converted given his skill level. I know in other places he's played more as like maybe an attacking mid, where we've got him now playing more as a winger. So that's been a bit of an adjustment. So he's got a lot of promise, and so we're just trying to now chisel off the rough edges. But yeah, he's an unbelievable player for the area, so it's good.
For this season, I know sometimes it can be a bit loaded question about the targets, but for Braveheart, do you feel like you're going for the national playoff slot now?
Yeah, we have to. We got close, and then, like I said, everything kind of fell apart uncharacteristically maybe this past spring, especially then when you watch the next games that come after it, as you follow what could have been, and then as you see them play out, it is a big, what if. So for me, it's the constant keep pushing, and I know for Bob and the ownership group, they're pushing constantly. That's the goal, to kind of get out of here and keep going. I mean, luckily we've got a match tomorrow for the U.S. Open Cup. It's another opportunity, but we're playing a powerhouse of a team, right, in Pan Cyprian. So it's going to be brutal. Well, if we wouldn't have given up this penalty earlier, we could have managed minutes a little bit easier, but this game was important because we want to keep pushing in the league, right? So the more we can stay at the top of the table and kind of have our home field advantage pathway is massive. So we've got to keep pressing for that.
I'm personally very much looking forward to that Open Cup game tomorrow. We follow the Pan Cyprians a lot as well. Have you had a chance to watch them much? What is your approach going to St. John's?
Yeah, it's going to be all hands on deck, right? They are loaded. They got everything. They've got resources. They've got personnel. They've got everything that you kind of need. They've been there. They've got the experience. So we're very much the little brother, trying to get into the game and, being on the outside looking in. But, hopefully strange things can happen, and we'll see. But these are the fun games now. Now we can have fun tomorrow. But it's going to be unbelievably hard, right? So it'll be interesting.